So here's an introduction to how I put together videos for my Wiltshire Green Lane channel for the GRM. So I've got a number of folders at the top here. If I just go to the first one, this is where I have access to the RCH. So here you can see I've got access to Wiltshire Council, where most of my lanes are kept, and then I've got a list here. Just quickly scroll through of all the names of the lanes and numbers. So I also have on here the map member. So if I just update this, centers on where I live. So I'll use this later on to look at the lanes. So what I also have here is Grid Reference Finder. I use this UK Grid Reference Finder. And finally, hidden behind the heading here, I have my YouTube folder. So what I tend to do is go to my folders. And here I have my folder saved, Wiltshire GRM. So here I've got 2 sets of days where I went out riding with all the videos inside. At the moment I'm using January the 3rd. My heading pages, I'll show those in a moment. The videos that I put together, and then when I've uploaded them onto the internet, I then go and put them into original videos. And then the uploaded videos go onto the YouTube. So I save the original videos as well as the ones that I've actually updated and uploaded. So I know, for instance, here that the last video I worked on went to number 787. So I come down near the end of the day, you can see. So 788, I know will tell me the name of the video and the name of the lane.
GRM UID 3750.
So that's 3750. And I do that at the beginning of each lane, just record quickly the GRM and the number. So when I come to my videos, I can quickly find it. So I then go to PowerPoint. I only have this one page, which I use as a front page for 2 or 3 things during the way that I put things together. So I'll first of all go in and I'll change that to 3750. I'll delete the name of the last lane rather. I will then go back into my map member. I will then go for my search function. So GRM UID, type in 3750. Enter, and then click on Eastern 5. So this quickly goes to the lane that I'm looking at, which I know is part of Market Lavington, where I was riding. So now look at the more details, and here I can copy fairly quickly the information I need. So it's Eastern 5. Pop that in. I can see there's got another name as well, so I go back and I copy the drove. Pop that in there. I then go and I delete the last distance that I had. Pop back. And copy. And then I will play the next video, 3789, and it will then show me what the lane is like. So I get an idea where I'm starting, opposite house with 2 houses, hard-packed lane, easy to ride, and then I'll go through this fairly quickly. Single track coming through, quite overgrown, continues through a woodland area into a dell, etc., etc. You can see, not used very much. Going downhill slightly, rutted in centre, lots of leaves. Coming out by a place with wooden fencing and exiting by a house, garage cars, just be careful, etc., etc. So we'll then go back into my PowerPoint presentation. I'll delete the last piece of information and then I'll type in the new bits of information. I'll come back on once I've typed that in. As you can see, I've now typed in a description of the lane that I used from the video. And now I'll do a snipping tool here and I will cut this page and I will copy and paste it into a folder, which I'll show you in a second. So here I am back at my folders and now my heading pages. I can look for 3750 folder. So here's 3750 and here's the image of that front page that I've made I snipped and I posted here. What I'll now do is I'll just go back and remind myself the name is Eastern 5. Come back now into the RCH, and now I'm going to be looking for Eastern 5. Here's Eastern 5, And I'll do the same thing now. I will use my snipping tool, which I've got as a video at the moment, but I use it to take a photo, a picture of this map. And I'll come back and show that in a second. So you can now see I've snipped a picture of the map, and I've obviously called it map. Now I use Shotcut, so down here, Shotcut is the program I use to put the videos together. So now I'll give this a new name. So my GRM videos, a new folder will be 3750. So 3750. Select my folder, and now I know here I need to type in GRM UID, which will appear 3750, which will appear when I actually put the final video together and start. Now I need to open the file. I need to go to my videos, look for the heading pages, scroll down to 3750, and here's my two pictures I need to put in. So now I'll open those. I just click and drag down into the working box, working area. Because I put an extra video in, I add a video track. I just drag these up here, just the way I do things. Open the file, and now I'll find my videos from the day that I was riding. And I know that I want to look for 788 and 789. So scroll down, 8 and 789, and open those. And the first one I will drag down underneath, which will give me the information about the lane. There's a blank area at the beginning, so I split this and I delete. And now I listen through.
3750.
It's 3750, so I know it's the right lane.
The Drove, and it's 596 meters long.
I'll tend to just drag out the top one to meet the end of the description, and then I'll drag and I'll paste the video that I actually rode. So here's the beginning of it. If I think it's a complicated road, I will then also do an audio track which I'll add. This one isn't really complicated, just speaks for itself. I just scroll on a bit till I get towards the end. So you're coming down towards the end here, past these houses, and you meet the road at the end. So fairly straightforward. Just make sure it ends in a sensible place. There we go. Back to the beginning. So just run it back. Click over the description, and now I will use this as part of the information I use later on. So now I'm going to save this. So I'm going to export, and I'm going to export a file into my videos and find 3750, and now save. And over here it's just showing me it's going to be loading up. In the meantime, I go back into my PowerPoint and I highlight the number and the name. I copy this, and now I'm back on my RCH. I'm on the right lane, 3750, and this is where in Documents, Photos, Videos, click this, YouTube links to the plus, box comes up, and now I'm going to paste in here the name and number. The county reference, though, doesn't need our GRM number, so I delete this. And just to make it neat, I always put a hyphen in there. And now I use my grid reference. This is where I did the last one, to work out where the lane goes from, where it starts and where it finishes. So I know it starts here, because I can always compare it to my green road map. So I know it starts here. So I'll right-hand key, out comes the information I need, so I will copy, and then I'll paste that into the reference where it starts. You don't need to do this, but it's just a habit I've got into. And then I can follow the lane down. And I know the lane comes down and ends as it comes out of the estate. Just to double check, comes down to the road. It comes out, highlight, and copy. Put in the reference, finish here. The YouTube URL will come in a moment. I come back, and because I know the next part is going to be a description when I actually post the video, I copy this. I'll go back to Shotcut. It's now done 37%. I also have the electronic copy of all the lanes. So I'm now looking for 3750. My habit is to highlight the name of the lane in green when I start doing the work on it. When I start doing a PowerPoint, I highlight red. And then when I've finished and everything's uploaded, I will then put this in yellow. I won't do that for the moment though. Go back to Shortcut. I'll wait for it to load up. I also have a paper copy, which I also highlight whilst I'm waiting for this to finish. So now when we look here, you can see that the uploading is finished. So now I know that the video's been saved. I can go back to my folders, open up YouTube, and I can create and upload a video. I'm now going to be looking for 3750 in my GRM UIDO videos section, 3750, and there's the completed video. I open. If you remember, I highlighted the text from my PowerPoint, so I will paste that text. Okay, I'll go back into it. I copy the text, and this is where I'll pop it into the description. I'll then just go back up, hyphen in there, and now just copy the name of the road, not the GRM UID, because that's already there. Copy and paste. As a thumbnail, I'll use that PowerPoint that I've done. So I now go back to my heading pages and I scroll through to 3750. And there's my PowerPoint page with all the information on it. It will now pop up at the beginning. Playlists, I've only got one playlist here for the videos. And then I can go and copy the video link. And that's the final part that pops into here. So you could really just do the two at the bottom and the video link if you wanted to. Add the link. Green shows it's working and then it will pop up at the bottom here. I'll then go into my spreadsheet and I'll add a yellow to show that I've done it. And then I will immediately click save so I don't lose anything. Come back to my computer, back to YouTube, and then finish off uploading. At the moment I do those unlisted, but I'll probably change them all to public and close. And now I know that it's actually being uploaded to the internet. Once it's uploaded, I can then go back into Map Member. Here's one I literally just did a moment ago. You can now see you've got the video icon, and you've now got the opportunity to go in and open up. You can open it up in YouTube.
D3749.
There's that description so that you can read that, and there's a picture of that map as well. So that's how I put together a video that goes up onto the GRM.